everyone, and welcome to John Talks Indian Cinema. I am your host, the Indian Cine-MANIAC, back with another 10-ish minute review off the viewer recommended list. That's right, we're just whipping through these as fast as we can. Okay, so the film that I'm reviewing today was recommended by at Ron M653. Ron M653. And the film he recommended was Manorama 6 Feet Under from 2007. It was directed by Navdeep Singh, who I don't know if I've seen anything that they've directed. It stars Abhay Deol, who was in Zindagi na Milegi, Dobara, and Shanghai. Gul Panag, who was in Patal and The Family Man. Rainma Sen, very pretty Rainma Sen. Sarika Thakur, who was in Bheja that I've seen. Kulbhushan Kharbanda, who was in Lagaan, Haider, and Crew. The Vijay Pathak, who was in Bheja, My Name is Khan, Merry Christmas. And one of my favorites, Nawazuddin Siddiqui, in a small role that I didn't even know it was him till the third time I saw him. So that was quite a surprise. Now, this was 2007, so he looked a lot younger, obviously. But once I figured out it was him, I was like, oh my God, this guy, who is this guy? He's so good. I mean, I just love his stuff, and he's so different in everything that he does. Yeah, he played Chala. Okay, so Ron M, I have to tell you, as I'm watching this film in the beginning, I'm thinking to myself, wow, this feels like the film Chinatown. Because it had that whole, water in the desert story, just like the movie Chinatown. And all of a sudden, Chinatown comes on one of the TVs that they're watching. And then after I watch the film and do the research, it's not a remake of Chinatown. And I'm not saying it is. But there are definitely, let's say, there are Chinatown elements to this film. So the story is about they're building what is not a waterway. They're getting water to this small place in the desert. And it's the story behind that. And by extension, there is a murder. And this lead character played by Abhay, his name is Satyavir. He's also he's an out of work, I think an engineer. I think that's what I read, but I thought he was an ex-cop, but maybe he was an engineer. He also wrote a detective novel called Manorama. So a woman whose name is Manorama hires him she thinks her husband is cheating on her. So he hires him to take pictures of him cheating. And the guy, the husband is Rathone. He is a what's his title? He is a irrigation minister. So she wants proof he's having an affair. So he gets her the proof, gives her the roll of film that he took, doesn't get him developed. She's going to get him developed. Then she talks to him again and says, if they're trying to kill me, they're trying to kill me. And I'm 32 years old. Remember the name, Manorama. So she's giving him clues, right? So the story is she does get murdered. She's in a car accident. But it's not. And now he's trying to solve the murder of her. And there's all kinds of twists and there's all kinds of duplicity. Like the one girl who was very, very beautiful, Raina Sen. She plays Shital. So she is Manorama's roommate, or so we're told. But then you come to find out that her real name is Nitu, and she's been playing him, Satyavir. Um, and that's a twist. So she betrays him. They're all looking for the film of the pictures he took. But what they're really looking for are other pictures that he doesn't even know about, but he finds out about later. So I'm probably not explaining it clear because there's a lot of twists and turns. But what ends up happening is this guy, Rathone, who helped start an orphanage and has no kids and is raising money for the orphanage. Now you find out what he's doing with these young girls from the orphanage is what Manorama found out and was trying to expose it. That's why she was killed. And Nitu is one of the girls from the orphanage. Now, Satyava figures it out. Excuse me, Satyavir figures it out. And the conclusion is he maps out exactly what happened. And then he also, there's a whole nother subplot about Rathone, the minister's illegitimate daughter, wants to expose that he's her father. He ends up killing her and her fiance. But unbeknownst to him, he's got cancer and her fiance is a doctor. They've been covering up the fact he's got cancer and he's going to die very shortly. And that's kind of how it ends when he says, you think you got away with something, but they got you. You're going to die soon. It was good. It was really good. And Siddiqui plays this little Weasley guy. Him and another guy. They meet Satyavir. They had a nickname for him. I think it was SV. Was it SV they called him? I don't know. I wrote. Okay, I don't have it. But it was like the scene in Chinatown when they cut Jack Nicholson's nose. That's what it reminded me of. And they get to him pretty bad in the desert. But again, he never took his sunglasses off, so I had no idea it was Siddiqui till later on when he did take them off. But it was a pretty intense scene. So I'm going to give the story a 3 because again, it's an homage to Chinatown. It's not a remake, but there's enough elements for that you definitely feel like it's Chinatown. Now, as far as the performances, I'll tell you, first of all, I couldn't believe Abhay Deol was the same guy from Zindagi na Milegi Dobara. I didn't even make that connection. He's not a over the top actor. Nothing, no big facial expressions, right? Nothing big. A very subtle performance, but very good. And he's getting framed and he's trying to figure out what's going on and he can't. He's him and his wife really love each other, but at one point she's got to get away from him, and he's got this girl that's kind of duplicitous staying with him, and the neighbors. There's some funny stuff in this movie too. There really is. But I thought he was really, really good. I thought that the girl who played the two roles, Shital and Nitu. I thought she was good because I knew there was something fishy about her. You definitely knew something was off, but not at first. It seemed genuine at first, but then you could kind of tell something was going on. So it wasn't a big shock to see that she was working with the bad guy. The bad guy was awful. Nothing special, but just awful. And I thought one of the best roles was Vijay Pathak, who played his brother-in-law, who was very funny in this. In fact, he says this one line when he knows that Satyavir has a girl staying with him while the wife's away, and the brother-in-law said to him, "Lose your hair, not your pants." And at one point, and it got a little confusing. He drugs him to knock him out. So then he goes to Rathone to try to work a deal so they won't kill him. So he thinks he's doing the right thing. It wasn't, but he thinks he's doing the right thing because now the rest of the stuff comes out. But he was really good in this. So I'm going to give the performances a 4 because it really rests on the lead's shoulders, and I thought he was excellent. As far as the music goes, there was not any, there was no big dance numbers, no big musical numbers, but like the first song during the opening credits, it's called Betrayal, which kind of sets up the whole movie, right? With all the twists and turns. And then the second song, and they did this whole thing with a fish tank. The imagery of fish tanks plays throughout this film. And I assume it's because where they live is dry, and the whole thing they're trying to do is get water in there. I think that was part of it, but it's him and the young girl looking at each other through the fish tank, falling in love, or so you think. And then let's see, was there another song? Yeah, the rest was incidental, and I thought the music was really good. It fit the movie. There was no crazy production numbers, so I'm going to give the music a 4. And overall, I mean, I was into this mystery. I was trying to figure out how he was going to not go to jail because the frame up was pretty good, and how he was going to solve it. And I'm not going to lie, there were some convenient plot threads that happen to show up at just the most opportune time, which often happens in films like this. But I still enjoyed it. And it wasn't a long movie, so it wasn't a hard watch. So overall, I'm going to give the film a 4. And the last few films I've seen, I've been given 4s, which is a pretty good rating. So you guys are recommending films that I think with my taste I will like, which is good. I like that because I hate when I watch a film that I'm going, I just don't get it. I just don't like it. Because one guy said I'm never going to recommend anything again, and I don't want that to happen. But you also got to be honest, right? If you're into a movie, great. If you're not, like Golmaal Unlimited. I know the humor is different over there. I really do. But that movie, I just didn't get, nor did I laugh. I'm sorry to say that because I know they made 5 of them. So and Ajay Devgan is in it, who I'm a huge fan of. But anyway, so that's my review of Manorama 6 Feet Under. If you like the mysteries, if you like a lot of twists, this is the film for you. Very good, very good. Ron M653, thanks for the recommendation. I appreciate you guys watching as always. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the notification button, hit the like button. And the way I can build this community of you maniacs is by you guys sharing the videos. And you've done a great job of that. I want you to know how much I appreciate that because that's how this is building the channel. So I thank you for your support. And again, my tagline, if you recommend a trailer for a reaction or a film for a 10ish-minute review, I'll watch it eventually. There's only so much time in a day. But anyway, appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you soon on John Talks Indian Cinema with another 10ish-minute review. Thanks for watching.
हर दिल की अपनी ही ताल है, अपना ही एक राग है। हर दिल की अपनी धड़कने, अपनी ही एक आग है। जज्बात पिघले पिघले है तो क्यों ना हो।